Hey everyone, I want to talk a little bit about routines, flow, and things we've talked about in the past, but with a little bit of a twist on how we can control things psychologically, and also recognizing that there's some things that we cannot control, letting go of that, but reacting with the things that we can control. So what do I mean by all that? So we've talked about flow state before, and you can just Google the Chart Guys flow state to see some of those previous videos. Essentially, it is when you do something enough that you are very comfortable, you enjoy it, it becomes almost like muscle memory, and you don't think about anything. It just happens. The flow is from your fingertips. And when it's with trading, it's like you can't click a wrong button. You're just nailing trades, you've got a good streak going, and you're just feeling in the zone. It almost feels like it's too easy. I've hit that point a couple times where I say, this is too easy, and then I know, okay, this isn't gonna last. I'm gonna be humbled by the market soon. Other things that I find it in ping pong, I find it in manual farm tasks. So a lot of people don't experience this as a trader because it takes years and years to develop that skill. So it's something that you should strive to achieve. Once you have that flow, it is very clear when you have it or when you don't have it. I can have a day where I'm trading Tesla and I'll have, 12 for 16 trades and I'll be on fire, and there'll be other days where I'm 0 for 2 and I just say I don't have it today and I'm gonna stop. So things that are out of our control as far as routine goes, the kids being home from school, or you're not at your home workstation. Humans and all mammals are creatures of habit. So we get a routine, we get a habit that we like, and when that routine is making us money with trading, we want to keep it and change as little as possible and just keep the same thing over every day as long as that streak is alive. When it's something that we cannot control that is breaking that streak, we know to trade with less capital, trade less often, and don't be treating it the same as if it were ideal conditions. There are things that we can do psychologically to also break a bad streak. So if I am on a losing streak, I stop trading for a couple days, or I mix anything up. Maybe I start showering in the morning before I start trading. There are endless things that we can do as traders to just mix something up, have a little bit of a psychological change, and then try and use that as a catalyst. The year end and the month end, as far as my net worth is concerned, means absolutely nothing. But there's a dollar number that I've made or lost on the week, on the month, on the year. And if I want to do better, I use that point as a breaking point and say, okay, it's going to be different from here. I'm going to do this differently. I'm going to shape this routine differently. I'll wake up a little bit early. Maybe I'll do a little bit of after hours work. Whatever it is, we have that control. So something that I'm noticing is something that is out of my control. Ever since road tripping and working on the farm, I have been in tune with the sun. As soon as the sky starts changing colors a little bit, I'm awake and ready to go on the day. I love that aspect because it keeps me more productive than most people. On the other end of that, if the sun's going down, I'm ready for bed. So that kind of makes me struggle with my social life a little bit, whether it's going to music shows or hanging out with people. 9 o'clock rolls around and I'm ready for bed. So my body is in tune with the sun, and then you have scenarios where the seasons change, and I'm experiencing that right now, where the timing that I have to wake up to do my morning routine and do the whiteboard and point out key levels for members and all that, that was perfectly aligned with when the sun was going up in the summer. That's now changing as we transition into fall. It's darker later in the mornings, and I'm noticing that waking up, it's not the same thing for me because I'm waking up slightly before my body would normally be naturally waking me up. So that is a little bit of an uncontrollable change in my routine, and there are different things that I can do to try and combat that. I just have to get comfortable. So again, while I'm getting used to that, I can trade a little bit less. I can then get the comfort and then up my position size or up my trade frequency. But the thing that we have most control over is choosing when we trade and how often we trade and how much we trade. That is the little lever that we need to control significantly. When we are in the zone and things are in ideal conditions, we open that up, we pump the gas, and we go hard. And anything aside from that, be very picky. You are in control of your money. Anything that is less than perfect from your routine and your habit, pump the brakes and wait until you get back into that state. That is the best example that I can give as to how to achieve the flow state. Obviously, it takes years and thousands of hours of practice and a lot of confidence. When you get it, it is, if you can remember riding a bike for the first time, that's exactly what it's like. As soon as you ride that bike, it's this feeling, oh my God, I'm doing it. And then you can remember that feeling. And once you know what that's like, it's easier to recall, bring it back, and keep that perpetual momentum going. So everybody's goal should be to get into a flow state with trading. And again, as much of a habit and a routine that allows for winning as you can achieve, try and replicate that as much as you can.